Today we're going to be taking United 757-200 out to San Diego. As you can see, this is an ETOPS certified aircraft. And this particular model is unique in that it is sometimes run for longer routes, and it has accordingly a lay flat Polaris suites in first, economy plus, and economy. We're going to try to show you those seats when we get on board, but wanted to just give you an idea of the aircraft and hope you enjoy. All right, today we're boarding the 757-200. This is the ETOPS version that is sometimes put across the pond, across the Pacific. Today, we're actually taking it to fly to San Diego from Chicago. So you'll notice we're boarding mid-cabin. Hey, how are you today? Thank you. Can I get a couple of those? Yeah, of course. Thanks. Even better, thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead.
It's always better to turn left.
On this airplane, yes.
Yes. So as you can see, they have Polaris seats here. And I will give you a quick tour of the seats so you get an idea of which are the best. I don't think there's any bad ones, honestly, if you're to ask me. This is 1E and F. Right up front, it's a bulkhead, but it's actually the same configuration as everything else. And you'll see there is a lav in front. The cabins up here are a little bit older, a little bit smaller, but there aren't that many people, so you're not going to have a problem. Here's 2B and A. 3B and A. Right here. 3E and F. 4B and A. Which, by the way, is right in front of the lab, and then 4E and F. So, a couple of observations about this particular cabin. One, it's a great way to get when you are flying domestically. Two, as you can see, you have nice size screens. I'll give you a tour of the seat in just a moment. But you'll find this particular equipment, you'll find it Chicago to Newark at least once a day, sometimes twice. Sometimes you'll see it to Houston. In this particular instance, this is Chicago to San Diego. So now we're going to take you to take a look at the seat. Now, if I'm to go through, but before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about which seats I'd recommend. Personally, I'm a fan of the EF side, and 3E and F are probably my very favorites. I would put right up next to that 3A and B, 2E and F, 2A and B, as well as row 1. I might avoid row 4 due to proximity to the lab, but it's really nothing too bad. And as you can see, this is a seat that has full flat functionality. So let's see.
This is great for somebody with really big feet. That's
right.
But
So.
This side's a little further for you.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So, now we'll take a look at some of the equipment here. Now you can see we pick our language, and we're going to go ahead and pick English. There is actually meal service, which is nice. And you can do entertainment. Or I think there's an ability to have a map as well. So there's actually some new movie releases. Take a look at those. I think, oh yeah, here's the 3D map. I always enjoy that, personally. I don't think it's up just yet. Now, you'll notice here that the seat, a couple of other features I want to share about the seat. You have the ability to recline, to be upright, which will be good for takeoff, as well as go full flat with this far button over here. On the other extreme is full upright over here, and there are variations in between that you can tweak. Now this, again, because it is used for international equipment, you will see the mapping as well as movies. You can hook up to this one. I don't know if this one has a Bluetooth hookup or not. Let's take a look. Some of the newer ones you can hook up with Bluetooth. And this one, I think this one you may have to plug into. But we'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. A couple of other things about this seat. You'll see that you have a plug, USB, place for your magazine, a full remote, and the actual seat itself is pretty comfortable. So there you go. What else can we say about this? We mentioned you have your remote down here. And everybody's boarding now, so this is, we always want to be respectful of people as they board. I do like, oh, there's also a place for your drink up here, which is nice. That's always a problem. And now it's been solved. There is actually, as you can see, a jack for the traditional plugs. I think there's a way that you can actually do Wi-Fi on this as well. USB connector, as well as a traditional hard plug. So overall, I think this is one of my favorite types of cabins. You tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your questions. I always look for these when flying domestically. They are popular, and again, here you have 4 rows, so there are 16 ways to win. And you know, I hope you enjoy the flight. We'll come back a little bit later and show you what the seats look like reclined. Right. Well, we're taxiing now, and we'll show you a little bit more once we're up in the air. For pre-departure, I'm glad to say that they have water and sparkling wine, I think probably Prosecco, but not bad. And
ladies and gentlemen,
there we go.
Oxygen is needed.
So now, you can see the seat is fully upright. We're going to see what it's like to get it to fully flat. As you can see, a number of people are taking naps. And there you can see my traveling shoes. I always, when I travel, like to have the map up. Because I watch my own stuff on my phone. And I'm going to get up and you'll see what it looks like. We're playing. I didn't fully recline it yet. There you have it. So, let me know what you think. It's actually super comfortable. I'm going to take a quick nap. And then you can see here, there's actually a reading lamp. You change the brightness. And I want that off there. There we go. And of course, my plug. This is going to take all lines flat. Not so bad. Actually super comfortable. Definitely the way to do it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you know what you think. We'll come back in a little bit. Now, when you're done, you can simply press this again. And sort of find a position you like. You want to recline a little bit? I actually probably prefer to recline a little bit. I'm not going to take a nap. It's the middle of the day here. As you can see, we are over one of my favorite cities ever, St. Louis. Now, before your meal, you'll have a chance to have a drink and some warm nuts. And I have to tell you that I have always thought that having warm nuts is extra special. You'll see that it is in lips, and sugars in moments. And really just a nice way to start off the flight. I'll come back to you in a little bit with the meal. Right now, we're just checking our flight status. Looks like one of the nice things on the flights that are a little bit longer is that you actually get a meal. Today we're going to have the I think it's 5 sauce, salad, pie, or roll. It's actually warm. Some nice butter too. So looking forward to that. I'll show you actually the other menu option as well. is actually domestic first service, but some really nice choices. And we're flying here at Grand Canyon. As you can see, the captain is going to show us the view. And just an amazing view. These are the types of things that you just don't get to experience right here. To experience it from their seat is all kind of special. Many to show it to you. I'm going to stop talking and just enjoy the view for a minute or so. Well, let's see. We got to see the plane from the outside. We got a cabin tour, recommended seats. I'm a big fan of this row 3 E&F, AOP, rows 2 look good, rows 1 E&F, and actually from A and B. Everything other than row 4 is very good. Even row 4 is great. There's really not a bad seat here. I would tell you though the 757-200 is very much worth adjusting your schedule, even adjusting your airport. As I mentioned at the beginning, this is equipment that you can find at least between Chicago and Newark, once or twice a day, depending on what time of the year. And you will find it also between, obviously here, which is San Diego, Chicago, and I've seen it also from LA and Chicago. It's something in for that matter, I've seen it between Houston and Dallas, so keep an eye out for it. It's a nice plane. It's often repositioned. This particular piece of equipment came from Airlines for this, so it's often something that you'll find in European cities or to Hawaii as well. This particular type of equipment will often go from Denver to Hawaii. shattered. So keep an eye out for it. It's a little bit older plane, but I have to tell you, super comfortable. And for domestic, Dutch Chicago, it is absolutely the way to ride up front. Worth upgrade, worth one's price, worth paying for first. So hope you enjoyed. Please drop any questions, comments. As you know, I love to share things I love, and hope you enjoyed our trip with us today. Thanks so much. Here we are. This flight has actually been too short. Mrs. O'Marble, she said, "Oh no, are we landing already?" Here we are, and we're landing in San Diego. This has been a fun flight. And everything that we were on 1700 for the seats. Let me know what you think about our seat recommendations and about our landing video. And here you have it, right behind the runway here at San Diego. It's a very tight takeoff. And you see this Alaska Air flight getting ready to go. So you can see the halo. And here we go, right next to the airport, the light rail. Actually, looks like regular rail. There you go. Pretty cool.